Hello and welcome to another edition of the Get Growing Weekly Work Session with GetOiling. I'm Coach Ashley, joined today by founder of GetOiling, Greg Kilwine. Hey, Greg.
Hey everyone, really glad you're here today.
We are so excited to have you here today, and we are excited to have Julie with us as well. Happy New Year, Julie. Good to have you here.
Hi, everyone. Happy New Year.
So this is our very first live work session of 2025. Got to get used to saying that. We're really thrilled to be here. This is a live call that we offer every Thursday at noon US Eastern Time. And this week, we are sharing an exclusive brand new resource that I've created for you with the help of an incredible member of our community. And that resource is a done for you vault for your member area, including a campaign that you can use to engage your customers in the Living Young resolution reset that starts on December 13th of this year. We're going to get into that here today. We're going to discuss what it looks like. We're going to discuss how you can use it. But the most important thing that you need to know is that it is done for you. It's ready to go. And all you need to do is have a GetOiling account at basic or higher, because that's where you have a member area, and you'll be able to plug this right in and hit the ground running. So we're excited to get into this here today. I hope you have brought friends. If not, make sure you share this replay with them. Again, welcome. We love having you here every single week. We're going to pop out a video. We'll get into some housekeeping as usual for this week's content, and then we will get straight into sharing these resources that we have created for you. So let's get into it. Welcome. Head over to the chat, by the way. If you haven't already, say hello. Let us know where you're coming in from, and let us know how excited you are to kick off the new year with the resolution reset. So we're going to talk about how to set up and run that resolution reset, those resources I've provided for you here on the call today. So we'll go over those resources. We will go over how to use them to run your own live resolution reset with GetOiling. And of course, as always, we'll have live help and Q&A. This is intended to be a session for us to work together. And really all the work you have to do this week is download your resource bundle, which we have already sent out to you via email. The team can pop that into the chat at some point as well if you don't have it. But really, that's it. You just need to get it into your account and start using it. All right, so if you have questions, please do go ahead and add those to the Q&A. We take these questions throughout the call, and it is important that they go into the Q&A because these calls get very packed as we are getting busier and more full here today on this call, and I don't want to miss any questions that you have. And if you would like to join us, if you're watching this on YouTube as a replay, you can go to getoiling.com/weekly work session to be on this list, be the first to receive the resources that we share as we are doing today, and of course, be able to join us live on Zoom. If you'd like to schedule specific time to work together on a call like this one, we make that available every single week. It's totally free. You don't even have to have a website to do this. You just need a GetOiling account. You want to sit down and walk through whatever you want, talk through whatever you want, no matter how small or large the project is. This is an opportunity to work together. Take advantage of this. And then finally, if you would like for someone to just do some of this work for you, you can go to getoiling.com/concierge, and they can do anything in your GetOiling system that pertains to using it. So think setting up maybe custom vaults, your personalized homepage or entire website. Lots of great things that our team can do, including just sitting down and working with you one-on-one on whatever project you want to get done. So go check them out and get yourself a quote. All right, get into the chat and let me know who knows about the resolution reset and who is really excited to participate and bring your customers on a journey of using Ningxia every single day for 30 days to get results. If you loved the 15-day reset, this is right up your alley. And instead of having to reinvent the wheel for that huge group that was created, you get to have your own private community. And we're going to be showing you how to use that here today on this call. So for this reset, Young Living has provided a ton of beautiful images and downloads and copy, meaning the words, literally what you say in your posts, to keep people engaged and informed and excited for 30 days. But let's get real. Putting all of that stuff to use is kind of a lot of work. And if you aren't feeling super confident in your tech skills, or you just don't really know how, the marketing stuff online works, which is most of us, let's get real. This can be really frustrating, right? It's true. We can see tons of resources and agree that they are probably super useful. But if we don't have the time or the wherewithal to put it together, what are we doing? Right? We're probably not going to do anything with it, right? So what we decided to do is do it for you. We had an incredible idea provided to us by Jackie McLaughlin, longtime member of this community and leader with Young Living for over 2 decades. She suggested that we do this, and we put our efforts together and created something for you. It's totally free, and it is ready for you to use. So let's talk about what is in this bundle that you're going to be receiving today. First, there is a resolution reset vault. So a vault is a space that goes in your member area on your website that can normally be used for things like communities, courses, programs, things like that. And this is where you're going to be hosting your content and your people for this reset challenge. So this is going to include, inside of your vault, we've already created for you a discussion room, a guide page or a start here page that kind of gives the details of the 30 days. You're also going to see a resources and downloads page and a must-have products page. Now, again, there is nothing that you need to edit in any of this. All you have to do is download it and start using it. And you're going to see just how cool this is and what this means for you here in just a minute. There's also a 30-day email campaign where an email is going to go out once a day for 30 days and 1 day prior to. So there's going to be a we start tomorrow email, and then the full 30 days. That is completely full of incredible content, the images that Young Living has provided to us and the toolkit that they have on the website. And of course, we are educating, we're informing, and we are getting people to engage with their checklist. I've also created a funnel for you to use. That's a landing page, a confirmation page. Those two things that adds your people to the vault. So if you want to share a link for people to register themselves, there's also an option for an automation that will offer registration directly from email. So if you wanted to just filter your contacts for your customers and send out an email with this automation link attached, they can simply click a link in their email and get access to the vault, get this campaign applied to them, and get tagged for the challenge. All right. So again, this is what I'm going to be sharing with you here, 100% complete, ready to use. You don't have to do anything else with this, just to use it, which I'll show you how to do today. And after, and this is the really cool part about this, after the January reset, you can use these exact same resources over and over and over again, because I've created the campaign and the vault to be evergreen, right? Now, there are going to be 1 or 2 places that you'll need to make adjustments, and that's specifically a date, right? If you want to change a date for when things restart, but you don't have to be a tech whiz or an expert in anything to change a date, right? Simple enough. So if you want to run a reset in February, you can use this exact same set of resources. You want to do it every month for the rest of the year, continue using these exact same resources. Pretty cool, right? Now, real quick, before we take a look at these and learn how to use them, quick question for you. While you here in this brand new month of this brand new year, while you're helping others to be accountable to their goals, who is going to help you with yours? You got that worked out? Do you have a plan in place for how you will grow yourself? Now, I've just provided you a resource that'll allow you to spend maybe 5 or 10 minutes a day taking care of your people in this challenge. You don't have to do anything else other than show up and maybe make some posts and answer some questions. All of this is already done for the entire month of January going into February for you. So that aside, how are you going to spend your time? What are you going to do to grow your business and to move yourself ahead so that this year is better than last year and the year before? So I want to just let you guys know, tomorrow is our kickoff call, and we still have a couple seats left. If you would like to join us in the Level Up Bootcamp, this is a 6-week live intensive designed to launch your business into momentum, position yourself to attract opportunity, manage your time and resources from maximum leverage, and take targeted action for growth. in 2025. This is $197. Kickoff call is tomorrow, and we're going to be meeting weekly on Mondays. All of these calls are recorded. There is no curriculum for you to sit down and engage with. You just need to show up and do the work. And we're going to be only doing the work that works to grow Young Living with accountability and a small group for 6 weeks. While you are taking care of your people with this Done For You Vault, come be taken care of and served in this group that is created for you, the brand partner. You can find this link in your dashboard when you log into your GetOiling account. If you are joining us for the second year, if you actually joined us last year, you're going to see there's special pricing there for you. So definitely go and check this out. Again, we start tomorrow, and we're going to have this opportunity open until Sunday, and that is it. Final doors closing. All right. So seats are limited. Look for that link in your dashboard. All right. So let's go check out these resources. Who is excited to see what we have put together? All right. So this is our dashboard in GetOiling. Just real quick, this is where you're going to find that link to the Level Up Blueprint. That's Level Up Bootcamp. And that information is going to be right here. If you click this, it's going to take you to where you can watch a quick video if you want to learn more about it. And of course, you can join from right inside your account. All right. So that's that. When you click that resource bundle link that we sent to you in your email earlier today, or the link that I believe I saw Julie post in the chat here, this is where you're going to go. This is a resource bundle that we've created for you. I want to click right here to grant permission, and then I'm going to claim it, and we can go take a look. Okay, so let's go see. Oh, hey, I think we need to increase the vault allowance for the Jane account. It looks like it didn't claim the vault there. Here, let me just go delete another one so that we can get this correct. For those of you who are maxing out on some of your resources, we do have, let me just delete one of these things. We do have unlimited vaults and classes, but in the event that you want to delete something, you can do what I'm doing here. And I'm going to go right back to that resource bundle that I claimed and go to my claimed. There it is right there. I'm going to claim this again and just grab that vault because it didn't save before. There we go. All right, so let's go take a look at this. And then from there, you guys can see what you have access to. So this is your vault, right? This is using a graphic from Young Living. Obviously, if you want to change any of this, you certainly can. But I want to kind of take you on a brief journey through what somebody's going to see when they join here. We are welcoming them and letting them know that they can peruse any of the resources here. The first resource is this Start Here page. Here we are talking about the reset. We're letting them know when this begins. Okay. Now, again, if you're going to be using this on an evergreen basis, just know that this is something you have to change if you want to do this again. It's pretty cool. And check this out. All right. So right here, if you want to bring a friend to join you, you can. All you need to do is share this link and have your friend purchase the reset bundle of their choice. This link right here is coded so that when your customer is inside this vault, they can grab this link and it's going to have this bundle. And that's the resolution reset bundle that you're going to be promoting for people to take advantage of this challenge, right? So everybody's going to need to have enough Ningxia for this, level 1, 2, or 3. And this is going to automatically have your customer's member number or sponsor and enroller number in the link, right? So basically what we're doing here is this link right here, when they're logged into your member area here, this is going to show up for them, which is pretty cool. Okay, so back over here to the additional pages, we have resources and downloads. Here we go. Here's our resources and downloads. We've got, again, some of the graphics that are provided by Young Living here. We are breaking down what is available here at each level, or what your checklist is going to be for each level. We've got level 1, 2, and 3. The checklist for each is here. for them to download. We also have included a link to the website that Young Living has provided for folks to track their results or their activity digitally, right? So we've got all of our levels here with their respective checklists, level 1, 2, and 3. So you don't have to go and find it. It's already there. There is a great video here that you're going to want your people to watch. We've got the Ningxia Red ebook in here as well. Again, this is all done for you. You don't need to do anything else. And this is all stuff that was provided directly from Young Living. These are some of the images that Young Living has provided that you can obviously use to make posts in the discussion room, but you could also leave them displayed right here. So we've got recipes and tips in these infographics, and I have indicated that they can right-click to download this if they want, or if they're on their phone, they would press and hold it. Right, so that's our challenge resources and downloads page. This one's super cool. It's our must-have products. You've got the bundle here, and you've got all of these different products. Now, this is a long page, and every single one of these links is coded to where it is going to, if someone is not a customer yet, they're going to become your customer if they follow this link and purchase, right? And so all of these are coded with jump to links. So what if they're curious about this? Oh, what's this? It's going to jump you right down here to Nitro. You click it, and it's going to take them to Young Living with your link. I saw a question about the different market that you might be in. If that product is available in your market, all they need to do is just go up here and switch their market. And of course, these are all editable, as these pages are in your account. So if this bundle isn't available to you in your market, then you may choose to maybe swap something out here, right? So we've got all of these companion products. We've got their benefits, and we've got some copy that encourages them to use this supplement for the challenge. And this list was curated thanks to Jackie McLaughlin, who is the reason why we created all this in the first place. So big thanks, Jackie. This is something that you're going to be able to use to really get people educated on product, and of course, to send them right over to where they can purchase it. If you'd like, another thing that you can do with this page is to create a wish list, or like a shopping list. And you could pop that onto this page as well. All right, now finally, the last page that we have, or the last feature we have here in this vault, is your discussion room. And of course, there's nothing in this one, but there will be lots in yours once you start using it. We've put in some guidelines, kind of encouraging people to introduce themselves, to show up each day, to encourage others, and to be encouraged. So we've got that all set up again and ready to go. All you have to do is claim your resource bundle and then log into your vault, right? Which you can do by just clicking View Vault, right? Or you can go to yourwebsite.com or .whatever/members, and then you log in and you start using your discussion room. Right? So I can even click here and say View Discussion Room. And this is a published version. So this is where you can tag people, you can comment, and you can also schedule posts. So this is one thing that I want to encourage you to do. If you do have the toolkit from Young Living, which let me just go ahead and show you really quick how to find that. So this is the Living Young Resolution Reset Toolkit. I'm actually just Googling this right now. And you can see that it's right here in Young Living's digital library. When you head over here, it's going to show you some download options. We'll scroll right down here. It's a zip file, which is just going to basically be a compressed file that you download. When you click download here, it's going to open up a file that you can then explore with lots of images. It's got a Word file that's got all of the suggested copy. That is all going to be available to you. So let's just say, for instance, that I wanted to go and schedule my first post in this member area. So what I'm going to do is go to my discussion room. I'm going to head over here and I'm going to schedule my post. I'm going to choose my time. I want to go ahead and schedule this for Monday. I'm going to schedule that for 8 a.m. And I'm going to add my content. So here actually in my downloads, let me find this file real quick. Here's the toolkit from Young Living. I'm going to go find, maybe this is going to be one where I am getting people excited about the challenge. So let me go find one of these. Here we go. Here's the, are you ready for a reset? All right. And here I can also go and open up the file that Young Living has shared previously. I'm going to grab that. I'm in a different screen here real quick. There's a posting guide. And I'm just going to copy from the posting guide and paste into here, right? So I have that open in a separate window. And so here we go. Here's our day one post. And I'm going to copy it. And I'm going to come right over here and I'm going to paste it. Now I do want to format this a little bit. So you can go in and do that. I can make this one a heading. And then, of course, just make this as pretty as you want, right? So I'm going to go ahead and schedule this for 8 a.m. on the 6th, and I can go and repeat this for every single post that I plan to make. And again, Young Living has a posting guide where you're posting 2 or even 3 times a day, every day for 30 days. Now, you don't have to follow their posting guide. Here's why. The posting guide is already being followed in the campaign that you received from me here today. And that's this Young Living Resolution Reset daily emails. Now you can follow their posting guide and use the campaign at the same time. They are not redundant, right? So the images will be redundant, but that's okay. What you're going to be saying, if you are copying and pasting directly from Young Living's posting guide, you're going to still have a variety of content there, right? So let's go check out our campaign and you guys can see how these are formatted and what your folks are going to see when they receive it. So there are 31 emails. This is an email only campaign. You do have the ability, if you would like for people to receive this via text, you want to make sure that you are requiring that they provide their phone number if you're doing that. But in the campaign settings, you can go in and say email preferred or email and or text. If you do the and or and you have their phone number and their email, it will send both and it will be the same thing to both. So I would actually recommend email only or email preferred. Or text only if you want to, because then it'll just send them a quick blurb and then they can click a link and open it up and see everything. So here we go. This is how they're all formatted. They're formatted basically the same way in every email. We're welcoming. We've got some of the provided graphics here. And we've got calls to action in every single one of these emails for them to go over to the discussion room and to participate. All right. So let's go see what the actual first day of the challenge and what that looks like moving forward. Just like in the posting guide, the first day we're focusing on growth mindset and talking about growth mindset. We've got a great graphic here from Young Living for that. And every single day of this campaign, we've got our graphic for the day, and then we've got our to-dos. Now we are summarizing what it looks like because depending on whether or not they're on plan 1 or level 1, level 2, level 3, they're going to have different amounts of exercise, hydration, NINGSHA, etc. that they're going to be engaging with every day. So we've just got some fun little emojis and some copy here. This is all going to be the same for every day of the campaign. When they click let's go, it's going to take them to your member area. Right? So it's going to take them to your member area where they can go to your vault and then get started. And again, you don't have to change any of these links. Okay, pretty cool. It's all ready to go. You can, again, apply this campaign. It'll work right away. Okay, so let me see. We'll just show you one more here. Again, we're just using the posting guide and summing up the copy and utilizing those images. So you have this set up and ready to go. Now, one thing that you should note is that this is a date-based campaign. If for whatever reason, when this copies into your account, it is not showing that the campaign begins on January 11th, you are going to want to make that adjustment. And you can see that this is our campaign, our challenge begins tomorrow, is going to go out on the 12th, which is accurate, right? And then we want to start sending out one a day beginning on the 13th. And so that's why this is day 2. So you can see that this is the first day of the challenge. I do have the daily challenge email set to send at 8 a.m. Central US time. You can, of course, modify that if you wish. The default time for sending emails is 5 p.m. Central time, Central US time. And of course, if you have the ability to edit based on your plan level, you'll be able to make those changes as you like. Now, the final things that I want to go over with you are what it looks like to share this so that folks can actually get themselves enrolled, and then also how you can engage with them moving forward, right? So a couple of quick things. First things first, and this actually, I think, Paula, this might address the question that you have. The member ID link is only going to work for you if the contact, or really for anybody who clicks it, it's going to work for the contact who is logged into your account. So let me just show you something real quick with the Jane contact. So if your contact is set up as a customer in your system, and actually, let me just go to my contacts and filter for my customers. So contact type is product customer. Here we go. So in this case, you'll actually be able to see who the sponsor is, right? If you are sending your invitation out to a person who is in your address, in your contacts with the email address that is the same as the one that they use for their Young Living account, right? And you've got their member number and everything associated on their contact card, then that's going to work, right? So if we go in here to edit, you can actually see that we have a member number, right? Here's our sponsor and enroller information, right? So that is all going to be in here, and that's how that's going to work. So if you're using a different, I know you were testing it yourself, it's possible the email address that you were using is not the one that's associated with your Young Living virtual office file, right? Those things need to connect for that link to work correctly. Okay, so speaking of that, the way that I would recommend that you share is by automation, right? Now, I've already created an automation for you, and I'll show it to you here real quick. Let me type in reset, and I think I'll be able to find it. Yes. Okay, here's our resolution reset, January 2025. So what's going to happen here, this actually doesn't have the vault because I imported it without the ability to add another vault. So let me just go ahead and grab that and put it back in here. Okay. So what's going to happen is when someone clicks this automation link from email, they're going to be added to the vault, they're going to be added to that campaign, and they're going to be tagged with resolution reset January 2025, and they're going to be sent to a confirmation page. The reason why I recommend that you use an automation instead of sending out a landing page link is because you can send directly to the emails that are associated with the contacts from your virtual office file, right? So that means that everything is nice and clean, right? Most people have more than one email address. And what we want to prioritize here is sending to the email address that's associated with their Young Living customer account, right? So when you do a VO upload file of your customers, those are the people that we want to send this automation link to. And then when they click the link, all of this stuff is going to happen automatically. They don't have to go to a page and put in their name and email, and you don't have to worry about a special link not working when they are, say, going to this. And really the only link you need to be concerned about, Paula, is in this instance, is this one right here, share this link. If they aren't logged into this vault as the same email address as the one that they use for Young Living, then this won't work, right? But it's not the biggest deal. These are probably just going to be your customers, right? Like, you're not putting leads into this vault. This is for your people who are already with Young Living, right? Because they need Ningxia to do this. Okay, so let's go take a look at how we would use this automation. Now, the way that we're going to do this is, let me leave the page here. I'm going to go to filters, I'm going to, in my case, I'm going to filter for my customers. And you may choose to filter further. Maybe you aren't communicating with certain legs of your business. If that's the case, you may want to filter this further. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write an email. So here we go. Under actions, I'm going to mail. And now I'm going to tell them why they should join, right? So come join me in the 30-day resolution reset. And of course, I can use some of the copy from Young Living's posting guide, but then ultimately, what do I want to do? I want to have them click this link. Oops, it's down there. Let me move it. Here we go. So we'll say, click here to sign up, right? So here, when they click this, they're going to get added to the vault. They're going to have that campaign applied to them, and they will be tagged for the reset, right? And everything will work beautifully. You don't have to send them anywhere else. All you got to do is tell them why they need to join, and then use this automation here. Type in the word reset so you can find it, and you can apply all of these things to them, and you're good to go. If they click here and they sign up, you're good to go, right? Now that's one way you can do this. Another way you can do this is using your just your website, telling them to go to your website and then create an account with the member area, right? So if I'm going to go, let me just go to my dashboard here. I'm going to go to view my site. I'm going to go to members. And I'm going to go to log in. Now, if I weren't logged in, it actually would take me, let me log out here. Well, I can't on this right now because I'm logged in to the back office. But somebody that clicks that link is going to go to a page where they can create their own login to your member area. And here's an important thing to know about that vault that I created for you. The vault is set up to be available to anyone who is a part of your member area. So if somebody is already a part of your member area, they don't have to do anything other than go and enter the vault, right? So right here, let others in the member area see and join this vault, right? So that is set up so that if people can access your member area, and that is under your member area settings, then they would actually be able to go straight in and get access without anything else. So if this is checked, allow any website visitor to sign up for your member area. If that's checked, then people can also just go to yourwebsite.com/members and they can get in that way. And then finally, there's a funnel. Made a super cute little page for you. And this will also be a very easy way to share this. So here we go. Act now. Challenge starts January 13th. We're telling them why they should join. They say, I'm ready. Got another section right here too. And when they put in their name and email, they will get access to the vault. They will get the campaign applied to them, and they will get the tag, right? So it is all here. It is all ready for you to go. This is going to be the simplest, most straightforward way to share. But you might wind up with some duplicate contact information, right? So people might be signing up with a different email than they use for their Young Living account, which isn't necessarily problematic. It's just a little cleaner if you're sending it out straight to your customers based on the contact information that you already have for them. All right, let me get into these questions here. Please make sure you've got those in the Q&A so that I don't miss them. Really excited for you guys to get this going. Christina says, can the link in the vault for the bundle be edited as I'm in Canada and we don't have that bundle? Yes, absolutely. So we don't obviously have time today to teach you how to edit every aspect of this. That's why we really wanted to make it as ready to go as possible, just out of the gates. But if you need to change what's here, right here, so under must-have products, right here is where you're going to change this, right? So you might change the image here, just grab the one from Young Living's website for Canada in your case. And then right here where we see shop the bundle, you would just swap out the URL that's appropriate with your member number, of course, included. All right, so let me see, Moira. So each person goes to my vault or I download it into, okay, yeah. So Moira, this would be an alternative to doing this on Facebook. So you're going to download this vault. So you're going to use the resource bundle to put this vault into your GetOiling member area. And then you're going to share this landing page, or you're going to send out that automation link in an email to your contacts. And then of course, you'll be able to get them engaged. You're going to be coming over here, and instead of being in Facebook, you would be participating in this right here on your own website inside of this private member area. And here's the discussion room, just as a reference here, right? So you've got all of the resources here, and you've got the discussion. By the way, this is mobile responsive. And once you have folks engaging in the discussion room, you'll actually see posts showing up on the right-hand side. So matter of fact, let me just go ahead and pop this here. And I'm going to write test post. And then when I come back over here, you can actually see the recent activity, right? So that's how this begins to look once people start engaging. So this would be done instead of using a Facebook group. All right. Yeah, so I would be sending that email inviting people to participate in this to your existing customers. Certainly, if you're on social media and you're engaging with leads, people who are not with Young Living, talking about this challenge and what it's going to do for someone is going to be a great way to get someone started with Young Living, right? So you would actually be getting them to buy enough Ningxia for the challenge. Of course, if you aren't in the US market where that bundle is offered, or you're just promoting the bundle and getting folks to purchase the bundle. Please do make sure these questions are going into the Q&A. I'm going through these top to bottom. I know we got a lot of questions here today, and I don't want to miss them. If you're putting them into the chat, I may very well miss your questions. So please make sure they're in the Q&A. All right, Ilka says, so with the 197 program for us, when will that be? So the kickoff call is tomorrow at noon Eastern US time, and we will be meeting every Monday for 6 weeks at 4 p.m. US Eastern time for that level up blueprint. And there are replays, and we've got a discussion room there as well. All right, the recording, anonymous, the recording will be up within a couple of hours. I typically send out the replay email at about 3 p.m. Eastern time for today's call. All right, when you drafted the email to customers, I missed where you copied the link from the automation. So Crystal, yeah, what we would do here is go to create an email. And well, you can actually see my draft is still there. So I'm going to just go right here, put my cursor where I want it, go to, this is automations, right? So this is contact tags. So this is like, hey, contact first name, right? It's going to say their name. And then this is where you can add your automations. I've searched here for reset because this account has a lot of automations. And I'm just going to put in the wording that I want. So click here. And I don't know why this is copying to the bottom, but I'm just copying this. I'm going to delete it. That might be a bug. I don't know. All right, so there we go. So this is actually an automation link. You can see it's inside of brackets, and it's got a lot of funny code here, but you don't really have to worry about that because that's what this is for. This drop-down menu will pop that right in wherever you would like it. All right, let me see. Is this not something to send to prospects? Absolutely, you can send this to prospects. I would just encourage you to not blast out an email about this to prospects. I would go about reaching out to your prospects and inviting them in a meaningful way, just like you would for any other reason that you might be reaching out to chat with somebody and share Young Living with them. We aren't trying to blanket promote this. We want this to be a meaningful experience for people. So yes, you can invite prospects to this, but I wouldn't necessarily send an email out like this one that I'm showing you here, right? I'm not just going to drop an email to people who have never used Young Living before to be like, hey, buy $100 worth of products so that you can do this thing with me. That's a difficult proposition for people to parse in an email. It's better for you to reach out to somebody and say, hey, what are your goals for the new year? What kind of support do you have to get them done? I'm hosting a 30-day challenge. Would you be interested in being a part of it? The challenge is free. All you need are the products that we'll be using. Is that something that interests you? And then you send them to your Young Living website where they can purchase the bundle, and then you put them into the vault, right? So 100% use this to grow your business. I'm just saying, don't blast an email out to people, right? Don't just blast the email or the landing page, right? This is not, again, not somebody that this is not something that's going to just work super well for people who aren't already aware that Ningxia Red is awesome, or, you know, even know what it is, right? They kind of need to know what it is and that it's good before they would respond well to that. All right. Yvonne says, I just started promoting the 14-day reset prior to this coming out. Is it better to follow through with the 14-day reset at this point? Should they do the 14-day first, or could the 30-day be an alternate to the 14-day, giving them options? So Yvonne, good news for you. Keep doing exactly what you're doing, and then invite them into a 30-day one after, right? Because again, the only things that are not evergreen in the resources I've provided for you today are a couple of places where January 13th is mentioned. You could go swap this out with any other date. You could have your campaign start on a different day, right? There's only a couple places in all of this where you see a date show up. And that means that this resource could be used on your own schedule, right? So if you don't want to start your reset on the 13th, that's cool. You could start it on the 30th. You could start it in March. It's totally up to you. You just have to make a very, very slight adjustment to what we've provided here today. All right. Is the link for people that aren't already members, so when they click, they buy using your member ID? Yeah, so this, obviously this here, if you send somebody this, they're going to get into the vault, and inside of the vault, everything is coded up to be your customer, right? So if somebody goes to, let me come back over here and find, here we go, there's a resolution reset right here. If somebody comes over here to this must-have products, if they are not yet a member, and I know, like in some cases, you might be like, you know what, Ashley, I don't agree with you. I'm going to put my leads in here, and maybe they will decide to purchase. Have at it. If they do, I've just covered your bases here. Because when they click here and they want to try Super Mag, or if they want the protein, they click here. You see the down here at the very, very bottom, it's small, sponsor ID equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, not a real sponsor number. But anyway, that's all going to be there, and it's coded up to your member number as it exists in your GetOiling system, right? So my recommendation is to have this be a compelling reason to get new people started, following the steps that you already should be following with leads, which is reaching out, connecting, finding a reason that they might want this, and then connecting this to them as a solution, right? And then once they're in here, you've just got your bases covered, where this is going to be coded to you and someone who may not be a member makes a purchase. Okay, hey Greg, there might be an issue with the level up link in the dashboard. Melissa says that it just took her back to the dashboard on click. So that's something that we will take a look at, Melissa. Thank you for pointing that out to us.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll take a look at it right here, right away.
Awesome, thank you. All right, Moira says, sorry for my confusion. For the level up, we meet tomorrow, which is Friday, yes. And then the calls will be on Mondays. Yes, that's right. We're going to have a kickoff call that's just going to kind of go over everything that we will be doing for the next 6 weeks, getting you prepared for what it looks like to do the work that we need to do. And the actual calls that we hold weekly for 6 weeks will begin this coming Monday, and those will be at 4 p.m. Eastern time, and they will be recorded. All right. Yes, Tina, there is a bundle you can claim. Team, if we could pop that into the chat, if you haven't found that already. And Tina, it is in the email that we sent out to you as well, if you want to take a look for that. All right, let me see. Kim says, the email for my Young Living account is different from my GetOiling account. Do I need to edit anything in these resources? No, you do not. You're good to go. You're just going to see when you click this, this link over here. And it's really just this one link that's inside of the whole vault. And I thought it would be a cool thing. It's not even really that big of a deal if it, doesn't work exactly as you want it to. I just wanted to make it really easy for your customers to be able to grab a link and then go share it with somebody, right? I wanted to make sharing Young Living super duper easy for your customers, right? And that's what this is for. So if you aren't logged in with the same email address that you use for Young Living, it's okay, because, well, you're running this challenge, so no problem there. Okay. Let me see. Sean Coca says, I think I deleted the members option on my website. Is it easy to get it added back? If you could maybe give me just a little bit more context there, Sean, I'd be happy to help. I'm not 100% clear on what you mean by that though. Let me see. Pippa says, could this follow directly after an energy or Ningxia class? Absolutely. Yes, 100%. In fact, if you were to take this entire resource, you could have people going in and, and commenting every day, but people on different days of the challenge individually, right? This doesn't even necessarily have to be run live. It is going to be most effective run live, to be fair. But you could even use that campaign on an evergreen basis without dates. Like there's just so much that you can do there. All right, Sean, we are looking into that Level Up Bootcamp link. And yes, there are some spaces open. Certainly look forward to having you there. Linda says, if you run it every month, when and how do we change the date, a new vault, or do we run all of them together? Yeah, so great question. Keep the same vault. All you're going to do is just kind of comb through and look for where we have a date mentioned, which is going to be on this Start Here page. And I believe there's nothing mentioned here. And I'm pretty sure on these other pages, we don't have that listed either. I think it really is just on the Start Here page. It is on the landing page, and the campaign is set up to run on those dates in January. And you can just change the campaign start date to the one that you prefer. And that's really it. That's all you need to change. And let me go back here and find that, and I'll show you. Here we go. Those are daily emails. Yeah, so you would just change the date, and you would change the publish date on the landing page and on the Start Here page inside the vault. And then that's it. You're good to go. All right, on the navigation tabs, I deleted the link to members. Oh, because I didn't have a member area set up before this. Yeah, that's super easy to add. All you need to do is go under your website menu to menu here. And then you can add yourself a new menu header. And maybe we want to send this to the member area. And I'm going to call this members. And you could either have, or you could say login, or create an account, or whatever, right? This is what you would do. So what to show if the item is clicked, we're selecting, this is our, let me see, our member area, which is right here. Here we go. And we can also put this underneath something, right? Couple of different options there. So this can be a menu header where it just shows up on its own. Header links to member area. And I'm going to put the text as login. I'm going to save this and then show you. This is going to be redundant because I do already have, there we go. I already have a members menu, but this, if you just want it by itself, that's how that's going to show up if you do that. Okay. Quick question. Did you mention earlier there's a way to delete older resource bundles? So you have, if you want to manage your resource bundles, you have your own resource bundles if you are creating those, right? So any that you see when you just go to resource bundles, these would be resource bundles that you have created to share with others. But you can actually go look at the ones that you've claimed previously by clicking My Claimed. And they're just all here. As of right now, there's not a way to delete that historically, but really all you have to do is just search for the thing that you're looking for. And the one that you claimed most recently is going to be on the top. And if you are claiming any from our sister platform, AttractWell, you'll be able to see those here as well if you toggle between those two. All right, if we wanted the campaign to be evergreen, how would you change the date? All right, so that is going to be right here. And there we go. Those are daily emails. All you have to do is just go right here and change it. So if you wanted to run this on March 10th or 3rd or whatever, you could, because this is actually going to start sending a couple days prior, right? So we have our day before email. So your journey begins tomorrow. So that means we would need to apply it on Saturday the 1st. And then voila, you can see that our first day of the challenge will be the 3rd, right? All right, if the campaign is already running for January 11th, when we change the date, will it continue with the January emails and texts, but the February would begin on the date that we set it for? So what I would recommend, Linda, is that you don't run these concurrently. So basically what you would be doing is saying, okay, I'm going to look at the calendar and I'm going to run the first challenge of the year of course, is going to begin on the 13th, if that's what we're doing. In which case I start the campaign on the 11th. Now, what we want to do between these is to give people, you know, a week or two to, you know, get really excited and, you know, and start inviting people, right? So if you really want this to be effective, I wouldn't just, you know, go from, what's our last day here, February 11th, like I wouldn't start the next one on February 12th, right? I would start it a week later because I want to be promoting to the people who were in here and helping them to get new people started with them. Hey, if you really love this, if you got a lot out of this, let's get your people started. So I would actually give some time to getting people excited and ramping up. So I would give at least a week in between. That gives you time to reset these resources to the dates that you want them to be. And then of course, really importantly, for you to get the most out of doing this as a brand partner, which is to work with your customers to develop their stories and get those stories shared. Right? Because you're not necessarily going to be getting all of that done perfectly inside of that 30 days. I would look at maybe not doing this once a month, but maybe a couple times a quarter, right? And giving yourself a week or two in between. Okay, let's see. Starting fresh with no customers yet. Where do I start? I love it. All right, that's awesome. So, so Kathy, what I would encourage you to do is grab a friend and get them to start with you. Tell them, I am doing this. I want you to do this with me. And look, this will work if it's one person. This will work if it's 100 people, right? So grab your person and tell them, I'm doing this. Come get started with me. And then you just add your person to this vault, right? Get them on that bundle. And another thing that you could do, if you really wanted to, I'm sure that there are sort of Team Young Living public groups, like on Facebook, for instance, where you could be doing this as well. But you can absolutely use this with your first customer and just you and them, the same way that you could if you were doing this with thousands of people. Okay, so the start here page, let's go talk about how we can modify that. Thank you for that clarification there. Let's go check out our vault. And I'll show you how you can modify. And this is going to be true for any of the pages. So that start here page is where the date is posted. If you wanted to use this, you know, in 30 days from now, 6 weeks from now, here you go. All you got to do is hover over what you want to highlight. It's going to turn yellow on the page, right? So here. And then you can just simply go over here and change this, right? So if you want this to say March, then you can do that, right? You can also change this link out. What I've done here, just by the way, is I've used a tag in our system. And this, I did the same for the links to the products. Yours, for the links to the products, just says member number, right? So under enroller ID, I've got member number, and that's just going to display your member number, or in this case, if your person is in your system as a member in your VO file, this is going to display that information. And so that's just this little tag at the end of the URL to the product, in this case, the reset bundle, but it's got the sponsor ID and the enroller ID. And again, these are, everything here is updatable, editable. You can do that to your heart's content. I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew that if you're somebody who does not want to do any editing, you 100% don't have to. All right, Yvonne, if someone joins late, would they get the emails based on when they start, or would it be better for them to start later? Well, Yvonne, because this campaign is a date-based campaign, people can start late and they'll still be on the same page as everyone else, right? So let me just show you here real quick. So if somebody gets started on January 15th, they're only going to receive this email onward, right? So they don't have to worry about trying to catch up. It's just going to deliver to them what they need. Obviously, they'll know that they're joining late. But yeah, absolutely. Somebody can join this late, and that may be the case, and that's totally fine. So because this is a date-based campaign, and it's not one that's based on, that's sending messages based on when it was applied, they'll be able to be on the same page as everyone else. All right, Glenn, yeah, if you don't have any customers yet, go find one. Talk to your friends. Here's what I would do. I would start showing up on social media, and I would really start putting positivity out there. I would start sharing your goals, talking about what is really important to you and what you're going to be doing in this new year to make positive change for yourself, for your community, whatever those goals look like for you. So I would start putting yourself out there and leading conversations that are kind of going against what everybody else is probably doing, right? What most people are doing on social media is, well, it's not the most positive environment, right? So you can go and show up in a positive way, contribute to helping someone smile, right? And then what you want to do is take those conversations that are public and turn them private, right? So get into the DMs. If these are people that you know personally, just pick up the phone, send a text. And what you don't want to do is think like a marketer. What you want to do is think like a friend, right? So you want to connect, you want to ask questions. What are your goals, right? Do you have resolutions? Ask them, do you have resolutions? Are they the same as last year? What are you planning to do? What kind of accountability structures do you have in place? Ask these questions and see what comes up, right? See if they are interested in getting started with you, and you can let them know, I have got all of the resources in place. All you need to do is grab these packets and have one a day and get some movement in, and I'll tell you exactly what you need to do, and I will do it with you. And that's the proposition, right? So that's where I would start, is go start having a lot of conversations, talking to people about what matters to them, asking them what their goals are and what they're doing to achieve them, and then inviting them to go on that journey with you where you can achieve your goals together. All right, Melissa, do you recommend checking the inactive reminders? Can you tell me a little bit more about what you mean by that? Because I'm not entirely sure. All right, Anna, this bundle is going to be, yes, this is going to work for you if you have a basic plan, because basic plans have vaults. Now, if you are on a seed or a starter plan, you can go in and maybe modify the messages in the campaign to where the call to action is not sending them to a vault, right? You can maybe have a call to action to go to a Facebook group. Like if you wanted to use that campaign in conjunction with a Facebook group, you certainly could. But I know a lot of us don't necessarily want to have Facebook groups. Those are increasingly less effective for individuals, especially with smaller followings and communities. So yeah, this is going to be basic and higher because we've got that resource bundle included with vaults. All right, I saw that when I was trying to follow on the vault and email section where it says, reminders. So in this case, I wouldn't use the inactivity reminders. So what I'm talking about, let me just show you guys so we're on the same page here. So in the vault setup, there is reminders right here. And well, the first reason why I wouldn't do that in this vault is because these are class-based. So if you had like an online class in here, you can send somebody a reminder if they haven't logged in a couple of weeks to maybe come back. But this is a challenge where you're sending out an email every single day, right? And you're posting in here, which is going to generate more emails. So they're going to know that there's stuff going on. So this is really for like an online course or something like that, where people might need to be nudged to pick back up where they left off. Here, we're discussion room based and of course, email based. So it's not something that you really need to worry about for this one. Okay, let me see, do I have any other here? Colin, I don't know where you went, but everybody's really happy to see the kids. Awesome, awesome. So Jackie's got some great ideas in here. You guys, why don't we, speaking of Facebook, let's take this over to the GetOiling Facebook group. If you've got ideas to share, if you want to use a group like this for a purpose larger than just your team, if you want to do a Team Young Living version of this, all of this is available to you for your use. Greg just posted the link here in the chat. Hope you guys will join us there. We will be back here same time next week. Let us know if there's more about this that you have questions about. I know that this challenge is something that is going to be Young Living wide, that starts on the 13th of January. Obviously, next week we won't yet be at the 13th. So if you want to talk a little bit more about this, we can. Let me know. And of course, if you have any requests for what you would like to learn about, feel free to reach out and we can incorporate that into what we share next. Anna has a question here for the boot camp class. To be able to do all the things, is the basic membership fine? Oh yeah, so for boot camp, you don't need anything but any GetOiling account, right? You can have seed, you can have starter, basic. For boot camp, we are so low tech. We are really just working out of your contact manager and getting into the right consistent actions on a regular basis. So you do not need to have a special or particularly high level plan with GetOiling to take advantage of boot camp. Colin, does somebody want to say hello? Oh my goodness, it's a baby. All right. Well, you guys, we'll be back here same time next week. We so appreciate you. Happy New Year. Thank you for being a part of this community. And we are looking forward to a marvelous and impactful year. We'll see you guys on next week's call. Till then, take care.